Telci, Luca, Conor are starring in Are You Afraid of the Dark? Ghost Island, coming to Nickelodeon on Saturday, July 30th. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes, of course.
So this is starting a 30-year, this is part of a 30-year tradition here at Nickelodeon. Are You Afraid of the Dark? How does it feel, to be able to continue this tradition that, scared so many, people as kids and continue that tradition?
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, to be a part of the Nick fam, the Are You Afraid of the Dark fam, it's such an incredible, opportunity. And I'm so blessed to have such amazing people work with me. And I love the spook. I love the scare.
What about for you, Conor?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool to jump on a show that's being rebooted because the roots are so deep. Specifically, like when I told people I was doing the show, most of my friends, like parents, didn't know about it from the 90s, and most of my friends didn't know. But anybody like in their 30s would like freak out. They're like jumping around. They're like, that was my favorite show. So like, it's been so fun to find and be like a little reminder of people's childhood, because Nick was my childhood. So it's cool.
It is cool. Luca, what about for you?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. Every time I tell somebody that I'm so lucky to be part of this show, a lot of people obviously remember the show from the 90s and loved the show. I mean, it was huge and something that was so different from anything else that was on Nickelodeon at that time. And so I think that's what drew a lot of people to love this like horror, but also balanced with like the comedy and a family type show. I mean, I'm just so excited to be part of it.
Let's talk a little bit about room 13. I mean, this is the one room that we're afraid of, the number 13 where we're afraid of. Telci, maybe tell us a little bit about the plot of what we're going to see.
I mean, it's a group of kids. They're best friends, lifelong friends. They decide to go on a trip to Ghost Island, as you can see as the title. And they're given the room 14, but then they realize there's no room 13. And that's when their curiosity gets the best of them. And they slowly go on a mission, an adventure to discover the sinister, creepy crawlies in room 13.
And tell us a little bit about your character, Telci.
I mean, I play Kayla and Bella King. They're twins. Kayla is, a very strong-minded young girl who is definitely the mom of the group. She has her best friend, Leo, which is played by Luca. And, she eventually befriends Max, which is Conor. And she just kind of is discovering herself along the way as, she battles the woman in white in Are You Afraid of the Dark? Ghost Island.
And then Conor, what about for you? Tell us a little bit about the character of Max that you play.
Yeah, so I get to play Max, and just like Kayla said, so he lives on the island. Kayla, Telci, in the character though. Telci said about Kayla, Max meets Kayla, and he works on the island. He works at the hotel, and he's just kind of looking for friends, which I think is so relatable. But since he works at the hotel, he has access to the keys and the stories, so he's kind of able to give them the backdoor entrance into the craziness that ensues. So yeah.
And Luca, what about for you? Give us a little bit of insight about your character.
Yeah, of course. So Leo is part of this new Midnight Society. I'd like to think he's very charismatic, very funny, very witty, sometimes a little impulsive. And he's kind of, I guess he can be a therapist sometimes for Kayla, or Telci's character. And something that I'm so excited about is that Leo is the first canonically gay character in all of Are You Afraid of the Dark history. And that's something that I'm so excited for kids to see, this kid that being gay is a part of his identity, but it doesn't set him apart from anybody else in the group. It's just a part of who he is. And it's something that I wish I would have seen growing up. And I'm so grateful to be a part of a story like this.
That is amazing. I mean, that's going to be such an inspiration for so many families and for so many kids watching the show that are going to be able to identify with themselves on screen.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk a little bit about the filming, because as I was watching the trailer, and obviously, when I remember the show from before, is that I genuinely got spooked out. But maybe we'll go down the line again. Was there any part in the filming where you got creeped out, or that that was the scariest for you? Telci, why don't you go ahead and start?
I mean, I definitely got scared every time we, came in contact with the woman in white while filming. She's the absolute dearest, Camila Isas. She's super sweet. But the room that we filmed, room 13, is, it's scary. It's real. Everything was real on the set, and we were always filming on locations too. So, for me, when when you're in the scene, you actually are genuinely scared, and she is genuinely scary. I mean, for me at least, I was actually scared during, most of the scenes.
What about for you, Conor?
Yeah, no, to piggyback on that, I think the scariest part is when you're working with such great actors like Telci and like Luca, because we'll be in a scene and I'm like, yeah, I'm scared. And then I'll look over at Telci or Luca, and Telci's just like, and then I'm like, oh, we're scared. Like, we're really scared, And so it's like when you have a group of people all acting scared, I mean, it makes the job easy, but it definitely gets the adrenaline and the blood flowing for sure.
Oh, exactly. What about for you, Luca?
Honestly, I hate to stray away from the group. I wasn't too scared filming because it was so funny to see, like, in between takes. Shout out to Camilla, who plays the woman in white. She was in this like crazy makeup and costumes, and like she's terrifying, like truly, truly terrifying. But like on breaks, we would like see her and she'd have like a hair clip up with her wig and drink like a Diet Coke. It was,
oh my God,
the funniest things I've ever seen. And so I had the best time, and no, I don't think it was too scary.
That was the scariest though, was when she would just be like at lunch and you'd be like getting your like food and you turn and it's like, oh, whoa, like, yeah.
Oh my God. She loved to scare us. Like, we'll be sitting in our chairs, waiting for the next scene, waiting for them to set up, and she'll come behind you with her makeup on and just go, boo.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I wasn't even there, and I'm getting scared just hearing about that, And then final thing, I want to go ahead and chat with all of you. What does it feel like to be a part of a, kind of this horror, scary movie or scary, series? Because a lot of kids remember their very first, like, where they got scared and they were, either with their friends or with their parents or watching it alone, and that excitement of having being a part of a series like this. Telci, why don't you go ahead and start?
I mean, I loved horror growing up. My mom grew up watching it, and so she kind of got me stuck on it. So being able to actually live in the moment of it all, and especially doing something that I love, being able to film it is even better. It's, the show is to die for.
What about for you, Conor?
Yeah, I think, I mean, for me, it was a really cool moment because I grew up watching Nickelodeon. Like, I was totally like, me and my sister every day it was watching the new episode. So being a part of a Nick show that had, like, again, like I said earlier, that has roots that are so deep that so many people of all ages are watching and enjoying. And season 1 and season 2 casts were amazing. And those seasons were so great to kind of pave the way. So I feel like we're teed up for a great season, great writers, great directors, JT Billings. And it was just the best time ever. And I can't wait for it to be the world's.
And finally, what about for you, Luca?
I mean, this is so exciting for me. I was very anti-horror for my whole life. I'm the biggest scaredy cat in the world, and I could not watch it. And so even when I would like see a trailer for something scary, that stuff would like stay with me. And so to be a part of that for other kids is really exciting. To live in their minds and be something that they remember for a long time is really exciting. Hopefully we don't scare them too much. Hopefully it's a good balance between the scary and the fun, family-friendly comedy and stuff like that. So yeah.
It'll be a nice balance. Well, congratulations on this groundbreaking role for you, Luca, and congratulations, Telci and Conor too, for being a part of this. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Ghost Island premiering Saturday, July 30th on Nickelodeon.
Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.